What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Raiga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Aries Sun sign friends. If you were born between the dates of March 21st and April 19th, then you are an Aries Sun sign, and this video is for you. Love is in the air this time of year. Everyone's talking about love, so I thought I'd do a tarot reading for you, Aries friends, concerning love. But this is not going to be your traditional love tarot reading where I say, he likes you, you like him, what do you have to do to get together? That's not what we're talking about. Today we're talking about you and your energies surrounding love. This spread is going to look at your general energy surrounding love, how you give love, how you receive love, and how you can improve in all those areas so that you can bring more love into your life, a pure love. Okay, before we go any further, though, I just want to say that I'm not talking about just romantic relationships. I'm also talking about any loving relationship that you have in your life, whether it's with your friends, your family, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your children, your pets, the strangers on the street. Whenever you give or receive love, those relationships are the ones that we're talking about today. We're going to be using the Anna K Tarot and the Psychic Tarot of the Heart to get to the bottom of these issues, and I've already shuffled the deck, so if you would please give me a moment to center myself and deal the cards out. Alright, we're going to jump right on into it. And the first card we're going to look at is this middle one, and it represents the general energy of Aries sun signs towards love. And I just want to state that this is a general overall reading. Not everything is going to apply to everybody. So I encourage you guys to listen to what I have to say and look at the images and try to figure out how it applies to your life and what it means for you. So for the general energies surrounding love, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, to me the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's abundant, someone who is productive, someone who's in tune with the earth. And as that applies to love, I think that maybe a lot of you, maybe not all of you, but a lot of you are pretty well grounded when it comes to love. You allow it to come in, you use it well, use it for the manifestation of abundance. Very positive energy I'm getting from this. Of course, there is a downside to everything, and I think maybe the downside is you're a little bit too focused on the physical. I get the feeling that maybe you see love, or you think of love in physical terms, and what I mean by that is maybe it could mean just hugging, kissing, sex, presents. You know what I mean? Anything that has to do with the physical realm. So I am seeing a lack of emotion here. I'm seeing a lack of fiery energy. I'm seeing a lack of even intellect. But I'm definitely getting the feeling of physicality. Does that make sense? And we'll see what that means as we get further into this reading. So what we're going to do now is consult this card hiding underneath. And this card represents how you can improve in the general area of love. And we've got the Heart Chakra card. And I think this just corroborates what I just said. There needs to be more emotion. There needs to be more heart-based connections in your loving relationships. I think, like I said, I think that you're a little bit too focused on the physical, the practical aspects of love, and you've kind of forgotten the emotion that should also go into it. When we get into a loving relationship with people, they expect us to be open emotionally. They expect us to be, express ourselves. They expect us to relate to us on an emotional level. And I think that's what this card is saying, is that in order to improve your relationship with love, in order to improve your loving relationships, I think you have to be more emotional, you have to be more open, and you have to be more expressive. And this all comes from the heart chakra. This comes from the green heart chakra in the center. So some great crystals to work with. I would recommend rose quartz, rhodonite, rhodochrosite, any of the pink crystals, any of the green crystals, green aventurine. I think they're going to help you to open up that heart chakra, which is going to allow you to help to express yourself better, your emotions at least, and maybe even receive emotions as well. So definitely more of an emotion, more of a heart-based perspective when it comes to love will help your relationships. All right, let's take a look at this side. This side over here represents your general energies surrounding the way that you give love. Oh, look at that. We've got the Ten of Cups. I can't think of a better card to see in this position. The Ten of Cups is the card of just pure joy, emotional bliss, emotional fulfillment, of just giving from the heart space. So, well, maybe overall you need to bring more emotion into your love relationships. I feel as though the way that you give love is very emotional, and it is you just give yourself fully. So it kind of contradicts, but not really, because there's all sorts of different aspects to love, and we're just looking at the giving aspect here. So definitely I see a very positive card here. I think that you guys are very open, you're very expressive when it comes to giving love. You like to shower your loved ones in your emotions, and that's a great thing. There's a downside to everything, of course, and if I had to say what the downside to this card is, I'm feeling right now that maybe this is coming from a place of self-centeredness a little bit. Maybe you're not giving love because it makes other people feel good, but because it makes you feel good. Is that a possibility? That might resonate with some of you. That's just like a secondary meaning I'm getting for that card. So let's take a look at the Psychic Tarot of the Heart and see what it has to say concerning how you can improve in the area of giving love. Is that on screen? Barely. Sadness and isolation. This is an odd one. Just give me a moment with this card. Well, if some of you are giving love selfishly, not to put that in a negative spin, I hate to say selfishly. There's just no other word to explain it. If you're giving love for your benefit, I think there's a bit of maybe sadness and isolation behind it. When we think of pure unconditional love, we give unconditionally for the other person. We don't do it for ourselves. And I do feel as though there's an element here, maybe some sadness beneath the surface. And maybe this Ten of Cups is kind of a veneer. Maybe it's something that you project when the reality is deep down that there's some sadness and isolation that you're feeling. And as a result, you possibly are giving love selfishly. And again, that's not the best word, but I can't think of any other word. Yeah, that's the only word in the English language that I know of. It just has such negative connotation, the word selfishly. But, you're giving because it makes you feel good rather than making the other person feel good. And most people do this when we give love. It makes us feel good. And that's part of it, sure. But if that's the only part of it, then I think there's something out of alignment there, because pure unconditional love is not given just for the self. It's given to uplift the other person as well. So I think there's some sadness and isolation. There's some darker aspects at play here that are beneath the surface that you might not even be aware of. That might be lodged in your subconscious. Maybe some failures or some hardships that occurred when you're growing up or in your past life that have kind of made you feel as though you are not good enough, and so you just want, I don't know, it's hard to say in a general reading because this is for a large group of people, but hopefully this means something to you, though I don't know specifically exactly what it is. Of course, if this was a personal reading, we could get more into depth with it, but as it stands, this is for all the Aries, so we'll move on over here now. This card represents the energy surrounding love concerning the way that you receive love. Ooh. We've got the Three of Pentacles. I'm getting the feeling here that you feel as though you need to work for love, that you need to do something in order to receive love. That is not... I get the feeling that you have the mentality that love should be earned, And the reality is that you deserve unconditional love for no reason other than being you, because you are a divine being, and you are unique, and you deserve love. But I think there's something in your programming, as like when you grew up, or something that occurred to where you thought that love is something that you have to work hard to get. And I think that's a little bit of an issue, because it's not true. And it's going to put up some blockages towards you receiving love, because now you think that, I'm not going to accept love if it's for free. I'm supposed to work for it. So I'll accept the love that I get, that I work for. And I don't have to tell you that that's kind of restricting a lot of love that could come into your being. So I don't see really positive to this. There's positives to everything, but I'm not really understanding what it is. Maybe it makes people really, when they do give you love and you work hard for it, maybe it's more satisfying, because anything that you have to work for or that you achieve is more satisfying, possibly. We'll take a look at the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, and this card represents how you can improve in the area of receiving love. Oh look, there's like the two exact cards. Dedicated effort. Is that on screen? Looks kind of dark. Does this help? Blasted! Maybe that'll help. I don't know. That was a lot of light all at once. Anyway, dedicated effort. I think you got to put down the paintbrush, friends. Okay, this guy, if you want to think of it in terms of what I just said, is working hard to get the love. He's making a masterpiece, and he's spent a lot of time on it. And I think that's something that you have to release from your sphere of consciousness, that love is something to be worked towards. As I said, love is free. Love doesn't come with unconditional love, I should say, is free. It doesn't come with strings, and it's there for you at all times. So I don't know where this spawned into you. Like I said, it could be a past life. It could be a very young childhood. It could be, young adulthood. Who knows? But I think you guys should realize that you deserve love. And when you realize that you are deserving of love, that you don't need to work hard to get it, then it will come to you. And you won't need to work hard to get it. But it's, we create our own reality. So you've created a reality where you only get love when you work hard. And so that's what the universe has given to you. So it's going to take some reprogramming, I feel like, Aries friends, in order for you to get the full potential of the love that you deserve. Does that make sense? Now that we've seen the cards as a whole, this was a very strange reading for me. Okay? A very odd collection of cards, but I do feel as though you're kind of skewed to the physical aspect of love. That's kind of your idea of love, is the physicality of it for a lot of you. This won't resonate with all of you, of course, but a lot of you are receive and give love in a physical sort of way, which is great. But this spread is telling you to be more emotional about love, be more open and expressive towards love, open that heart chakra, work with those crystals I recommended, and I think you're going to find that your relationship to love improves. As for the giving of love, I do see that you're very generous, but you might not be generous for the best reasons. You might be doing it for you rather than for others. That's not necessarily unconditional love. That's a different kind of thing. And I think there's some sadness that's beneath the surface here that needs to be worked through. And again, I can't say what the cause of that was. You probably know, maybe intuitively, if not logically. So I would encourage you to do some shadow work and get through those things and realize that love is supposed to be unconditional. You're supposed to give it freely. And going over here, love, you don't need to work to get it. Yeah, you can if you want. And if that's, the reality you want to choose, then that's fine. But that's not necessarily the reality that has to be. Unconditional love is coming to you from all directions, but you've a lot of you, again, not all of you, have restricted it because you feel like you have to work to get it. And put down that paintbrush, okay? You don't have to work so hard. Just be accepting and open and realize that you deserve it. And once you realize that you deserve it, you will deserve it. That's how the universe works. All right, Aries friends, that was the reading. I hope that made sense. I hope it resonated with you. Remember, this is a general reading, not going to apply to everybody in a specific way. But if you want a specific reading where I tap into your energies, head on over to my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box below, and if you go over there, you see the different readings that we can use to get to the bottom of any issue that you might have. So I'd appreciate if you go check that out. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. If you got something out of it, it lets me know that I did something good. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put those in the comment section below. Love to hear what you guys have to say about these readings. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the videos I release. You don't want to miss out. And if you're feeling extra frisky, you can hit that notification bell to get notifications whenever a video comes out so you don't miss anything. All right, Aries friends, it looks like some self-love is necessary, and you're going to be well on your way to pure unconditional love. So I wish you luck, love, and light in your journey. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.